Welcome back, guys. I hope you are having an awesome day today. I'd like to introduce y'all to a artist that I have grown to admire from afar. She's done some amazing work, and gonna bring her in here. Her name is Michelle Lodge. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast that we got set ahead, but I'm going to go ahead and bring Michelle in. Let's go ahead and knock this out. All right, let's go ahead and bring her in. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
What's up? Welcome to the podcast. Good to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So I guess give a little brief rundown of some art you've been working on lately.
Sure. Are you
Yeah,
on to?
yeah. Sorry, you're
Sure,
good.
of course.
You're good.
I
Yeah,
thought you said
yeah.
yes. Okay, yeah. So currently I am working on a 5-issue series called Fantastic Freaks, which is a adult comedy blending humor, inappropriate jokes, and just wonderful absurdity. And I'm on issue 2 of that, which is going to be launching next month on Kickstarter, so you can catch up and get issues 1 and 2 then. I'm also working on a dark crime noir series called Mercy Kill, and that will debut next year. I'm working with writer John Kratky on that one. And then I am working on a Bad Witch tarot card deck, which is almost finished. So looking forward to that debuting soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah, thanks.
So we had been watching Ren and Stimpy.
Yes.
So guys, if y'all don't know, there's a segment I got where, so each time I invite a guest on, I ask them what some of their favorite cartoons were growing up. And hers were Ren and Stimpy and Betty Boop. So some of that, we were watching over Ren and Stimpy. The chaoticness, I forgot how much of that exists within that show, and it's literally to no end.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so Billy West, voice of Stimpy, also has done the Red M&M. Has done yeah. So he's your Red M&M, Fry from Futurama, Professor Farnsworth, Zoidberg, Zap Brannigan, yeah.
Holy cow. I'm like, my mind is exploding right now. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I feel like the only voice that I can follow, very clearly, and I know it when I hear it right away, is Josh Gad.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's just because his voice is just so him. But that's wild.
Yeah.
That's
It is
awesome.
absolutely crazy how much he has done in his past, and he he started off at a radio station and then just exploded.
Wow. Good for him, man. Those
Yeah.
are some big roles.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Red M&M. I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yes.
So what did you take from that in your into your artwork that you've done?
Okay.
That from the
yeah.
show as a whole.
From Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's actually a lot of Ren and Stimpy inspiration in Fantastic Freaks. The level of absurdity, um, it, I would say there's big inspiration there. Also, um, you know how there's every now and then in Ren and Stimpy, there's these like cut to scenes where it's like ultra realistic and disgusting, like rain or
Yeah.
yeah. So I've injected a little bit of that into Fantastic Freaks too. Um, yeah, there's a lot of inspiration there, I'd say, from the inappropriate humor and just crazy absurdity.
um. And then Betty Boop. I know it's a lot of. There's a lot of. Everything's hand drawn as much as is Ren and Stimpy, but it's more apparent in Betty Boop because of the. You can tell all the pages being pushed together whenever
Right.
it jumps frames.
Uh-huh.
And I noticed the absurdity of the relating it being so hot that she's in hell, and
Right.
then it taking on a whole new factor of like I can't even explain it. It's just so like they would start like they were showing them making the new demons that were coming through,
Right. Yeah,
and
like people coming down the slide and like zipping up in their demon costumes.
then a chasm opening in the floor where the fire's coming up out of nowhere and just
Uh-huh.
going with the music like da da smoke shooting with it.
Right.
Um uh
It's a fever dream.
It
Watching
is.
Betty Boop is a fever dream. In the best way, but it is.
It reminded me a lot of this game that I play called Cuphead, and actually
Oh, yeah.
yeah, every single part of that was hand drawn as well.
Nice.
Yeah. It is something else for sure. And I've watched I watched something last night. The woman who inked all of it, uh, I can't remember how many cells. I think it was like 60,000 cells she inked, and she did it all while she was pregnant. And I was like, oh my god,
Holy
unreal, absolutely unreal.
She is. She's got superpowers, man. That is amazing. That's incredible.
Right.
Oh, God.
I just feel like a lot of that taste has been kind of lost lately with like everything being solely focused on digital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I keep on kind of craving and going back to that old school look and feel.
Yes.
I collect a bunch of the animated adventures comics from Batman. So along with the animated series, they had the Batman Adventures, and it was literally the same art style, everything. And that was where Harley Quinn appeared first. Then they made her into the show.
Okay.
I believe that's how it worked.
Okay. That makes
Yes. Yeah, they put her in the comic, and then Paul Dini and Bruce Timm decided, well, hey, let's just bring her into an episode and see what they think about it. And now she's blown up into being one of the most popular villains of all time.
Yes.
I think more so than Joker now.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so some of my favorites. I mean, a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
that I had.
Johnny Bravo.
Yep. And then you got Ed, Edd n Eddy. This hand. Dexter.
Powerpuff Girls, is that on there?
Oh yeah, and then like I so beforehand we had been talking off video. I was showing her that I made this for Tara Strong, and then she signed it, I also I made her a. It was about this big. It was a Batgirl because she was Batgirl in season 4. When they brought back they tried to bring in a new animation style, and they. I'll show you it right here. That was her. So they redid all of it. She was initially she looked like. Yeah. Initially she looked.
Wow.
Initially she looked like this. And they changed it around to that. So.
Okay.
It yeah, I feel like they kind of brought more of a darkness to it because they changed everything. Everything became a lot more grim. Like you could tell the inking was all like much more black. They even made they took Batman and made him like in a black and white sense.
Wow, that is cool.
Yeah. Thanks. I found this down in Atlanta at a comic shop with one of my friends, and then he went back in and bought it for me for my birthday without me knowing. So that was neat. Yeah.
That's a nice friend.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was like one of my favorites, and then I found this when Toys R Us was closing.
Oh. Hey,
Just so y'all can see. It was a good old bobblehead. That and then Rugrats. So you got Chucky.
oh,
It's a cute one.
that is really cute. Is that a bobblehead too?
No, but it's a figurine. They I've wanted to take it out so much. I really have.
It's hard not to.
It is. It is almost impossible. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. Pokemon. Oh, Sailor Moon. I always felt bad as a guy growing up liking Sailor Moon, but I thought it was a neat show.
It is a neat show.
And it just was a concept I was not familiar with. I didn't even know. I mean, as a kid, I didn't know that anime was a thing. I didn't know it even existed. And then find out that I watched one. I was like, oh, well, that makes sense now. I was like, it was weird and it was way different, and I'd never seen something like that in my life.
Right.
But the like for all that got me into games, of which I can't tell you how many things I've played, but I craved the storyline, and storyline development was quite good in earlier cartoons.
Yeah.
And you just don't see a whole lot of it now. So storyline, I have not gotten a chance to read your most recent work. And tell us a little bit about it.
Fantastic Freaks.
Mm-hmm.
I should. Okay. Remind me. I will send you the link. And I think if you enjoy the craziness that is Ren and Stimpy, then I have a feeling you'll enjoy this. Yeah. So Fantastic Freaks follows Frankenstein's monster, as he wakes up from a bender and cannot remember the previous couple of days, and he finds that he is missing a very important body part.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, can you swear on this or no?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
His dick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, yeah, he freaks out in his apartment. He also finds someone has lit a candle in his apartment, which he would never do. So he freaks out, falls out the window, and goes to enlist the help of his best friend Jackie to help him find his missing member. So, you know, antics very much ensue.
100%.
Yeah, so it's like a monster world that they live in. So there's all sorts of beasties and monsters of all shapes and sizes, from cute chibis to huge, scary Bigfoot types.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that. That's unique.
It's an incredibly fun story, and it just goes there, you know?
Yeah.
So I've been having a lot of fun working on it, and have gotten a lot of good feedback from those who've read it. So
good.
Yeah, just a lot of fun.
And so for those of y'all that don't know, I met Michelle when I was. We actually can't figure it out. I was telling her I met her at a video game exchange expo in Greenville one year, where they were showcasing like all these old computers and stuff. I swear that was it, but it must have been at Greenville Comic-Con one year.
Yes. Okay, Greenville. So that had to have been South Carolina Comic-Con?
Yes.
That's
so,
it. Had to have been it.
Do you know which years you were there? Or
nope.
I can relate.
My kids have like totally taken my memory and just pounded it into mush, and it works sometimes. So
yeah, I can understand. I mean, my sister, I've watched that happen with her as well. I was like, "Hey, do you remember this?" She's like, "No, I don't remember a lot these days. I try." But this is the picture that got me when I first stumbled upon the booth, and I could not buy it, and then ran through it through the booklet on your desk or table, and then this one I had already bought. I'll have to go grab it real quick, but this one, guys, was fantastic, and I had already bought one from another booth, and it matched perfectly, and now I have them side by side at my TV. Let me go grab it really quickly here. And
that's stunning.
Yeah, I could not get that after I got this, and I was like, so I got the before the show, and then I got the after.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I thought those went together quite well. You know, I think I remember when it was. Going back to the Ren and Stimpy.
Yes.
I think it was the year that I met Billy West.
Oh.
Because he was there one year, and I had to get it.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
He is such a nice guy. If you get the chance. I do. I keep him in the bottom drawer. The best one I got, I mean, this one actually hits hard now. That one hits hard now because I've got several. And since, in light of what happened recently, sadly, where is it? Where's the last one? This is the most important one. Because Kevin passed away about a couple of years ago, the voice of Batman. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. sorry. And this,
No.
yeah.
Wow.
Um, it has just been something else. I've gotten fortunate that we've had so many good names and faces come through here. Um, I had the mom from Wizards of Waverly Place come through. Then you had George Newbern, who played Sephiroth and Superman in Superman the Animated Series.
Oh,
Um, and then
South Carolina Comic Con is actually quite good.
it is, yeah. I think the one I didn't expect to really hit until she talked when I was leaving her booth was the voice of Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Because someone had asked her to do the voice, and I went up, thanked her, and then walked away, and then I hear her talk in the voice, and I'm just like all the hair stands up,
Oh.
and it's like you turn around and just have the biggest shit-eating grin on your face, getting to watch that person do that character. I wish I could have gotten a picture though, because it was right after COVID, so they were still masked up.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's just not worth it unless I get to get a picture with you.
Right.
But I do respect it. So, it happens, and it's been fun, and the artists, I mean, like, I've loved everything I saw at your booth and like several other booths that I've gone through. It's just been mind blowing how many great artists like yourself are out there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm also blown away. Every convention I go to, there's always somebody that I haven't seen before, and that's their work is just like, whoa, where have you been?
Yeah,
I'm gonna follow you.
I think I saw you did a collab, right? You did a collab with a guy at one of them, didn't you?
I do collaborations with David Sorensen. He
Uh-huh.
does a lot of color work. So yeah, him and I collaborate quite a bit. Yeah, we've got a Supergirl piece for Helen Slater at Fanboy Expo coming up next month, and we're gonna give her this print that we made of her.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try not to cry because she's my hero growing up. I watched that movie.
It's gonna be the best. It will be the best. Trust me. That's how it was. That's how it was for me and Kevin Conroy. Yeah, he like I brought that too. Sorry, I had to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good you got that in a box.
Yeah. 100%. And that picture, I went ahead and scanned it into my email in case anything ever happens, so that way I have it.
That is smart.
Yeah. I should actually probably do that with the rest of them. So, wanted to kind of ask you about how you come up with your process for drawing and or creating what you're working on, or I guess also how you fledge these small ideas into the final product that you get at the end.
Okay, you know what plays a huge role in this process for me? Movie scores.
Really?
Like Hans Zimmerman.
Oh yeah.
Just,
oh yeah.
it clicks something that just it's strange. I don't know what it is exactly, but him, Clint Mansell also. Yeah, just a playlist of their scores, and like Star Wars scores, and the Superman score, and yeah, I've got this whole playlist on uh, Amazon Music
Yeah.
that I will put on every time I need to do page layouts or script writing, and it's always movie scores. So there is something about that, the tones of the music that they use to like emotionally charge you while you're watching a movie,
Yeah.
that works for me to help me take my idea and bring it further, to what it needs to be.
It's funny you say that because that's how I mean that's exactly the kind of stuff I'd listen to when I'd study.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I
There,
got
I was just gonna ask if there was like a particular movie score or composer that you were like, you really resonate
yeah.
with.
So would love of Hans Zimmer would love anything from Alan Silvestri, like the Back to the Future soundtrack.
Yes,
Um, yeah, him.
that yes, that's on my playlist also. Yeah, the good
I
stuff.
yeah it. I can't get enough of that, and it always hits the same.
Yes.
It still always gets you in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then my favorite video game score was by a man named Nobu Uematsu, who made Final Fantasy VII's video game score, and just all of it.
Okay, I'm writing this down because I
There's
need.
so much substance to that score. Uh, so I'll give you like just a preface of it. It's like this eco terrorist group that is trying to thwart a power company from utilizing the power source of the Earth, which is um, which is Mako energy. So like when people pass, they become an energy source for the planet, and you can see it moving in the atmosphere. And
Oh, that's cool.
and these guys are trying to thwart them from using it for bad things.
I like it.
Yeah. And then you have this one guy who thinks he's God that comes in and tries to take them down. Yeah, one of the biggest villains of all time. You probably
Wow.
heard it or seen him in something. His name is Sephiroth.
Okay, I might recognize if I've seen her, but I've not played the game, so
Yeah, yeah,
but I really do like that concept.
yeah. It got me. It got me when I was younger, and I couldn't put it down. But it was the only it was the only game my brother gave me to be able
Mhm.
to play on the console, and then I would just play it nonstop. So, but
Nice.
yeah, no, I totally understand using that as like fuel to do what you need to do.
Yeah,
Um,
it seems like
uh,
it. There's something about it that will like unlock like some other chamber of the brain, and
yeah,
it's like, okay, we can do this thing now. I don't know what it is,
yeah.
but it's there.
Well, and no words are
Right.
always a helpful tool.
That's
I
right.
found that out quick studying
Mm-hmm.
because I'd always focus on singing it and never learn anything I'm reading.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'd imagine you kind of get tied up a little bit in it too if you're working on something.
Exactly. That is an excellent point. No words. If it has words, it gets skipped.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it takes your focus from your creative space and making your own world through this music to, I'm gonna take this and tell you a story through lyrics. And we're gonna go over here, and you can't go over there. You got to be over
no,
here. So
yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't. ADHD brain.
yes, yes, 100%.
Always
It's a
focusing on
powerful
something
thing.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. One show, I don't know if you ever heard about it. Voltron. Did you ever?
No.
So it was like a ripoff of Transformers,
Okay.
but it had that same style of anime feel and like some of the music, stuff like that. Like I'll go back and listen to some music pulled from older TV shows as well. Um,
Nice.
I'm trying to think of one that I pulled a lot from. Uh, oh no, I kind of liked My Life as a Teenage Robot. I
I've
had
never
some
seen that.
interesting. Oh, it's hilarious. This late old lady makes a robot as a daughter, and then she'll fit her with stuff to like different attachments, and she'll like change her hair up and stuff and make her like get to enjoy being a teenager like every other normal teenager. But
Hmm.
she's sentient, so she can think for herself, and it's about her saving the world from all these different things that go wrong. Kind of felt like a robot Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I worked on a comic. One of the first published comics that I worked on was a lot. It's a very similar concept. It's called Whiz Bang the Boy Robot, and it was this. It was never got very big. So
No, I
like,
think I've heard of it.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's on
Yeah.
Amazon, so that's something. Um,
That that's where I've seen it. That's where I've seen it. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like this boy robot who dreamed about being a superhero, but he never spoke, so he was mute. But
Mhm.
so his expressions and gestures would have to say everything, and he would dream about being a superhero. Anyway,
Interesting. I like that.
similar sort of robot, sentient robot character
Yeah.
concept.
Um did you have any comics that you read growing up that like kind of helped give you some more inspiration to what you do today?
Yes, Calvin and Hobbes for
Oh god,
sure.
yes. Classic.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I have a I don't know how crazy this is going to make me sound, but I do have a Calvin and Hobbes tattoo, and I did
Okay.
name my son Calvin. So
That's awesome.
little obsessed. Um,
Is he mischievous?
yeah.
There it is.
He's mischievous and very smart, so he's named well.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah. Archie comics were
Okay.
huge for me too. And actually, uh, in this upcoming Fantastic Freaks issue, we're going to have a variant cover done by Andrew Pepoy, who is an Archie artist.
Yeah,
So it's like a literal dream come true, like
that is so cool.
crazy, wonderful, wonderful thing. But yeah, Archie was huge for me, and then it was Batgirl that got me into more serious
Okay.
comics. So
So if you guys didn't know, I was mentioning her earlier on an animated series, and how I meet Tara and that she was the animated Batgirl. Um, but no, Batgirl. I was gravitating to her as well as a kid. I just couldn't find too much about it, and I guess I was in a small town, so we didn't have too many comics, just the big ones.
yes, I understand. Same actually. I had gotten the Batgirl comics from a friend of mine who had
Oh, that's
his
cool.
comic connections. So he
Yeah.
actually the comedian that I worked with on writing Fantastic Freaks, Mike Bardo. He's the one that gave me the Batgirl comics. But yeah, was there a Batgirl Mine was Cassandra Kane, but for you, was it Barbara or Cassandra?
It was Barbara. I think they were both Barbara. They just reinvented it for Tara.
Gotcha.
Um, it was interesting because that last season there were some voice actors they didn't bring back and they changed them for that next season. But
Oh,
like it's like I've been talking about how dark it was. It's like they wanted to make Barbara more lively, and then they
okay.
wanted to make Scarecrow sadistically evil.
Okay.
Um, all right.
So yeah, it can be jarring when you're watching a series and the either the actor or the voice actor changes. It's just
Yeah,
never. It's like, ooh, that's off.
yeah. It is tough to get through. Aside from Batgirl, did you have any draw to? Did you get into like Poison Ivy or Catwoman at all?
Not till later. Um, but yeah, actually, the more recently I've been into Poison Ivy comics. Thorns, I read recently, Poison Ivy Thorns, and that was good. And there was another Poison Ivy book that I read that had to do more of her controlling like mushrooms and spores
Yeah.
to sort of poison. That was
Oh, I
really
like
good.
that. That's
I
different.
can't I can't think of the name of what that was. Vengeance or I'm not going to remember,
I feel
but it
like
was really good.
I feel like they have a couple of different variants for each of them right now. Because
hmm
I remember Batman has like a handful of different styles.
Yeah,
There's like the detective Batman.
right.
There's like the Batman 52, and then
hmm
something else. But
There's
it gives you.
Absolute Batman now. He's like a
Oh
chunk.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
No,
It's crazy. You should look it up. He
it's
looks
a
crazy.
chunk.
He's like, he's a square. It looks really good.
That sounds awesome. I might go buy an issue tomorrow.
Yeah, apparently I've not gotten into it, but it's apparently great. So something to dig into there.
For sure. I I wanted to actually get into Poison Ivy myself because my favorite one of my favorite artists that I met um where is it? Oh, it's on the back of my door. Hold on. Here, I'll grab this real quick. Um, he was at South Carolina Comic Con, and he had just gotten signed to do a variant cover of
Oh, that is lovely. Oh, I
he
love it.
I have never seen someone do Zatanna, and I walk up. His name's Nathan Zerdy,
Okay.
Szerdy, and I ask him. I'm like, I was like, did you do this? I've never seen someone work on Zatanna before. He's like, she's my favorite character in the DC universe. I'm like, did you watch the animated series? He's like, yeah. And I was like, yes, my guy. And we talked for like 30 minutes about it, and
Oh, wow.
turned out that was like his whole inspiration behind most of his work. And
Wow.
he did something I've never seen in a comic where he took Harley Quinn's arm and he did a hyper realized tattoo of all the animated series characters on her arm
Oh.
inside of the actual picture.
Oh.
Yeah. It was something else. And I love that style because it screamed animated series to me, and it ended up being that we hit it off. He hasn't been back at a South Carolina con since because he took off and um
West Coast?
No, I think he's Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Because I asked him, I was like, "Hey, are you gonna be coming back up?" He's like, "I'm only doing Dragon Con now," and I'm like, "Well, I can't afford $550 just to get in to see you."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That show is, yeah, big. I'll say that.
Yeah. I've heard it's 60,000 people, and I can't think of that.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
I
It's hard to imagine.
I went to GalaxyCon in Raleigh, and I got claustrophobic.
I've heard that's a well-attended show.
Yeah, that I don't. I've never felt that. I walk into the art gallery, and then it's a straight line going all the way through, and it's wall to wall.
Oh, whoa.
And I get out of there, and I'm like, I look at my friends, and I'm like, we're leaving. it's like there's just nothing else. They're like, okay.
Overstimulation station.
Yeah, 100%.
Totally understandable. Yeah. Yeah.
But going back to the Poison Ivy,
Mm-hmm.
he was working on a variant for the new Poison Ivy cover.
Ooh.
And drawing it live.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So if you can ever just look up variant cover and then his last name, and you'll get to see it.
And it was SZERDY.
It's like nerdy, but SZ.
I love that.
Yeah, that's unique. I should have asked him where it comes from.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm like, okay, well, how did that happen? I love it.
Is that your pen name? So let's see. Yeah, Poison Ivy. What did you ever think of the Catwoman movie they made years ago with Halle Berry? Did you ever get to see that one?
You know what? I saw it years ago, and I don't remember.
It wasn't that great.
Anything. I can imagine.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I could say that. I much preferred Anne Hathaway's version of it.
She was pretty great.
Yeah. I did not anticipate that happening. I was like, oh, okay. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And then she nails it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the new, have you seen the new one?
Oh, yes.
What'd you think of that one?
Okay. There's a lot to say about the new Batman. So yeah. Are you talking about the thing as a whole, or just Catwoman specifically?
Let's start with Catwoman.
Okay. Yes, I like her as Catwoman. I do. I thought she did a good job. My favorite all-time Catwoman is Michelle Pfeiffer, and I don't know if that's what I grew up with, or she just was so iconic in that role.
Was she the original?
Yeah. I think. Oh, alongside Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I always forget about her.
You do? What?
Yeah. I just because I guess my head's more stuck in the modern space of Batman that I kind of sometimes forget the earlier castings because some of them were a bit.
Terrible.
Yeah. It's like Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. I was like, that's hilarious, but hilariously bad.
Yes.
It's so bad that you can't look away.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Very campy.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, but Michelle Pfeiffer did such a different take on Catwoman. such a like she leaned into like the saucy, naughty what word am I looking for? Like mischief
Yeah.
of Catwoman. Whereas I feel what's her name? Zoe?
Oh, the new one?
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I'm blanking out on her name, but I think it's Zoe.
um,
Um, her last name should be, it's a big famous name. Her
let's
dad is a
see.
singer,
Let's
right?
see. Oh, Zoe Kravitz. Yeah.
Kravitz.
Lenny's daughter. Yeah.
That's okay. Yes. Um, yeah. So she was much more
I didn't know that's who that was.
grounded and very much in like this independent, more fierce take on the role, which wasn't a bad thing considering she was bouncing off of very different Batman. So I like it. I'm ready for more. Do you know there's a Catwoman TV show being pitched?
Really?
HBO
Live action?
live action.
Okay.
It's either in the works or it might be.
Okay. I'd be down for that.
Did you see Penguin?
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yes.
That is the most like sadistic, accurate representation of a villain I've maybe ever seen in a comic book universe.
Agree.
Because everything you thought was gonna happen did not.
Right.
And just when you thought spoiler alert, just when you thought he had a heart, no, not at all. And then,
yep.
The mom dynamic,
yep,
was so disturbing.
Yes. Extremely well done. Well, good writing, good acting, just incredible. What do they call it? The makeup that they did on Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Colin. I know his first name. Just incredible. So imagine that same team tackling the Catwoman, because I think I'm speaking out of what I know, but I know it's like an HBO show set in the same Batman universe as that. So I think there's a Catwoman show coming, but I haven't heard about it in a long time. So either it's about to drop,
I would love to see it.
I'm full of it, so I don't know. It's either one of those.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
We need a Poison Ivy one. I watched Gotham. Have you seen that?
I saw some of it. I didn't finish it. I don't know. I don't remember why. Something happened and I pivoted and never came back. But very good show.
Yeah. It was fantastic. I don't think that I have ever. I don't think I've seen a show that takes that kind of angle and before. No, there's never been a show about just the villains really, and the entire backstory of it.
Right. Yes. Their youth of sorts.
Yeah. The entire growth of the character.
That is really cool.
I would have loved to have seen them follow up with a Batman show, but he was too short for them to do it, and that's why they brought in some other guy just to be Batman for that last episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. I felt bad for him, honestly.
mean, Tom Cruise is short, and they do stuff to make him look taller. Surely
Mm-hmm.
they could have done something.
I agree. um, platformers. Well, no, wait, you can't do that with his shoes. Nah, that'd look weird. Um, uh, do you have any do you have any upcoming projects you can kind of give us a little bit of info on?
Sure. Yeah. Um, so the most upcoming is the issue 2 of Fantastic Freaks, and that will be on Kickstarter mid-July.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that is the next in line, and then coming up after that, comic-wise, is a crime noir that is written by John Kratky and I, and that is called Mercy Kill. And that is about a woman who is in an abusive relationship with a dirty cop. And so she gets more and more desperate to escape her situation and finds that perhaps murder may be on the table.
I like
So that's going to be a 5-issue series, launching at some point early next year. Yeah,
Fun.
so we're not sure exactly when we're launching that.
Mm-hmm.
It started already. I have the first bit of the book done. But best thing to do would be subscribe to my newsletter, and then you'd get all those updates.
Guys, definitely do that. It's been fun. I've kept some decent tabs on the Instagram, and so before she was telling me that she's been extremely busy lately, and I can see it through the Instagram, but it like busy in a good way where she is having a lot of fun getting to do stuff. It looked like were you doing film as well?
So I started. I sort of shifted my YouTube channel to where I am. One of the things I'm doing there is watching a movie I've never seen before, and then redesigning the movie poster for that movie. Just kind of like right after watching it, taking that and going, okay, what do I think a good poster for this would be?
Oh, sweet.
That's
cool.
Fun. Yeah.
That's a good challenge too.
It is. Do you have a favorite movie poster?
That's a good question. I always love the Alien movie poster.
Can't go wrong with those.
I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Aliens. Whichever one it had like the mouth open with the saliva dripping.
Yes.
That was like my favorite one. That, and I love the classic John Carpenter's Halloween.
Okay, yeah.
And then
that's the one where it has like the knife and then like it like fading images of the knife going
yeah, and I think it had the pumpkin style for a face.
Okay.
It was very not what it showed to be, but it also gave ambiguity to what the character would be. And the what is that movie? No, it wasn't Matrix. John Wick.
Oh.
I like some of the John Wick because of like, especially the first one, because you had no idea, and it's set up pretty well with how dark it was.
I'll have to look that up because I can't think of what
Yeah,
that.
let me see if I can. I wonder if I could share for them. Let me see. John Wick. Let me check this out. Where is original movie poster? Oh, yeah. There it is. All right, let's see if I can make this full screen here. I can share with you. Let's do.
Okay, yeah, I like that. That is nice.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see. How do I cancel this thing off? Screen share. Sorry, I cannot figure out how to get this thing to go.
It's okay.
Return to meeting. Yeah. Oh.
That's...
Oh God. Share, unshare. What is? Oh.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I see why you like that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
It was solid, and then there was. It's not a movie, but Band of Brothers. It's a show about my roommate has introduced me to it. It's a show about Easy Company from World War II, and every battle they had to go through, and every paratrooping in situation they had to go through. But the cover of it is just like gripping.
Getcha.
It's so good.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Tell me about yours. What are some of your favorites?
Oh, so my all-time favorite is the Baby Driver poster. So there's two Baby Driver posters that were released, and one of them has like painted, illustrated, pretty hyper realistic cast members, and then the car. And
oh yeah, I see it.
Nice, but the one that just caught my attention, and I actually think about a lot, design wise, is the one that has like a gun, and then shooting out of that gun is a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, that's what I said. I saw that poster and I was like, I have to see that movie. I don't know what that is, but I need to see it. And it is a great movie, by the way, if you've not seen it.
My roommate was telling me the same thing.
Oh, he did? Tell me about Baby Driver?
He wants me to watch that next, too. Like, we
Yes, I agree. I concur.
I've got so much to catch up on. He's like, so I never watched Indiana Jones until I think January.
Wow.
January is when I watched him for the first time. I watched part of one as a kid, but like my dad wasn't too into him, so I never ended up really being exposed to it.
Yeah.
But he's like, we gotta watch that. He's like, we gotta get that out of the way first. And I it was so good, and I was like, this is classic Spielberg.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Every shot is almost perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he knows how to hit the mark every time.
Right. I agree.
But he did tell me, he said, we're not going to watch Crystal Skull because that doesn't count.
He is correct. I didn't hate Crystal Skull, but I get it. Like it's different.
Yeah.
It's it's not a must see as opposed to all of the other ones that were made. So yeah, your roommate's onto something with all of this.
He's a film buff. He went to film school and all, so
Oh wow.
yeah, he's a photographer for a school, and has been enjoying that. So I've gotten to learn a lot from him. Very, very, very intuitive guy.
That's cool.
And yeah, yeah, it's opened me up to a whole new world of stuff I've just never really thought about going back and revisiting, and glad I am.
Yeah.
Uh, but I'm trying to think. He also told me, what's that movie that he's want me to watch? I'm blanking. I can see the cover of it too. I'll see if it comes back to me later.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking at this Baby Driver. It almost gives me vibes of the old school James Bond.
Aha. Yes.
Like, I feel like it would be a 70s style poster. Something like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah. 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 It definitely harkens onto that classic feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's such a good poster. Such a good movie. Yeah. I do hope you get to see it sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, might happen tonight. Yeah. Is it too long?
Oh
Like,
no, no. Actually, it's I no. It's not like no.
oh,
It's not.
two, just two. That's typical. That's
Yeah.
not bad. Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch? Oh, what was it called? Was it House of Cards that he was in?
Yes.
I still haven't watched that.
I will say I only saw like the first maybe two seasons or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, but it was very good.
Okay.
And he's great. I mean, I, as an actor, he's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything bad that he's been in. It gave me. I've watched a show called Designated Survivor before, and it gave me those kind of vibes. Um,
Designated Survivor. Ooh, I like that title.
yeah. You the 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 posters for it are incredible as well, for a TV show at least. Um, it's basically like the White House or the Capitol building gets bombed, and like there's always one senator that is designated to take over the presidency in the event that something like that would happen to the rest of Congress.
Interesting. Huh.
And Kiefer, what is it? Kiefer Sutherland. Let's let's see. Designated survivor. Uh, yeah, Kiefer Sutherland is the lead in that. Does a
Okay.
fantastic job. And then you got Cal Penn's in there. I feel like Cal Penn's in everything.
I gotta
Uh,
look this up.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never even
It's
heard of this. This is crazy. It sounds really good.
it's very engrossing. It's about an hour each episode, and there's 3 seasons. First and second season were the original, and then Netflix tried to wrap it up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, but highly recommend it.
Okay.
Fantastic show. Well, can you tell everybody about your socials and where they can find you?
Yes. Okay. So you can find me at ashandinkstudios.com. On Instagram, I'm excuse me, at Ashen Ink Studios. I think those two places would be the best places to find me. Otherwise, I don't post very often at other places. So it's like Instagram, pretty much, at Ashen Ink Studios.
Awesome. Guys, y'all can also catch her at some of these Comic-Cons if follow her over on Instagram, and she'll post if she's going to some of these events. Mm-hmm. Highly recommend you pick something up from her. Her work is nothing less than phenomenal. And I hope to see you at one of these events at some point in the future. If not, then I will definitely have to reach out and get a couple of more of those Darth Vader variants that I very, very vividly remember.
Yes.
Love to have you on again sometime. Maybe I can get everything working the right way and we could do this again.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
you I would love that. On. Thank you. I appreciate you having me. This is fun.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to sign off here, but feel free to follow Drawn to Film on YouTube, Instagram, X, and Facebook. And we'll see you guys again next time. Thank you.
Bye.